Welcome guys. In this video we will learn how to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram using ANSYS workbench. Let us consider this problem. A cantilever beam is having fixed support here and it is having a total length of 2 meters. At 1 meter length the 2 kilonewton load is applied and another 1 meter length, that is a 2 meters, 1 kilonewton load is applied. And we have to draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram using ANSYS workbench. Let us start by opening the ANSYS workbench. Click and drag the static structural analysis system inside your environment. After opening this, let us leave the engineering data by the material structural steel and let us leave that by default and let us open the geometry. As we are about to do a one-dimensional analysis like this, we have to create a line in the XY plane. After opening this design modeler, let us create a simple geometry of a line in the XY plane. For that, I have to create this XY plane and start sketching. Click the Z direction to make the plane perpendicular to you. Then click the line and draw a line over here and draw another line over here. I am drawing two lines because I have a condition like this. I have to apply a load at the midpoint of the 2 meter beam. So I am creating two lines such that I can get a point over here to locate this 2 kilonewton. And let us mark this dimension as 1 meter and 1 meter. Totally the beam is having 2 meter length. Let us take that as, and H2 also has 1 meters. So now I have created two lines having 1 meters each, and then I have to create a cross section. Concept: cross section rectangular. I am creating a rectangular cross section of, let us say, let me change the unit to millimeters. The cross section of 50 cross 50, a square beam. So now I have created a cross section as a rectangular, and also I have created a simple sketch over that, but still there is no bodies in the analysis system. So I have to create body. So for that I have to use concept lines from sketches. So already I have a sketch. Using this sketch I have to create a line. I apply and generate a line, body will be created. As you see over here, a line will be generated, right? So now the line has been generated, also the section has been created, but the line is not associated with this section. So for that, click the line body and click here the cross section. Already we have created a rect1 cross section, that is a square cross section, and now we have assigned that square cross section to this line body. So now we can see whether this line is assigned with that particular cross section. So for that we have to see the view and click cross sectional solids. If you click cross sectional solids, you can see the square body here, so that the rectangular cross section has been applied at this body, line body. Okay, now we have completed drawing the sketch. So now we can close the design modeler and open the model. Inside the model we have to give the boundary conditions and loading conditions. Okay, after the geometry has been loaded in this model, click the mesh and give the mesh size as 50 mm element size, because we have created the cross section as 50 mm. So let us have one element at a cross section and right click and generate mesh. So now a mesh has been generated with 50 mm mesh size. It is quite sufficient for a sample analysis. And now we have to give the boundary conditions here. Here the one end of the beam is fixed. Sorry, we have to right click the static structural and insert fixed support here. So fixed support, we have to define the geometry for the fixed support. For that, this point has to be selected. To select this point, click the point selection filter and click the point over here. Now I have selected the geometry and I have given that is a fixed support. That means all degrees of freedom has been arrested over here. Then I have to give a 2 kilonewton load at the midpoint, that means at 1 meters. So I have to select that midpoint, it is somewhere here, and I have to give insert force, and the force is actually 2000 Newton or 2 kilonewton. So here the direction is, we have to give the components. In the y negative direction I have to give the force. So in the y component I have to give minus 2000 newtons. So that means 2 kilonewton towards the downward side. We can see the direction here. So it's correct. So now we have to select one more point at the last, that is the end point here, and using static structural, click the insert and give a force. Similarly, convert that to components, and in the y negative we have to give 1000 Newton. That corresponds to 1 kilonewton here. So as given in the question, one fixed support at one end, 2 kilonewton at the midpoint, 1 kilonewton at the free end. As in the question we have given fixed support at one end and 2 kilonewton at the midpoint and 1 kilonewton force at the free end. So we have given the correct boundary conditions and loading conditions. So now we have to click the solutions whatever we want. Let us insert the deformation, total deformation if you want, and also if you want to have the beam results, let us have a bending moment. So let us solve the problem. Right, so as we know, the total deformation is reported here. So we can see at the fixed end the deformation is 0, and at the free end the deformation is maximum, that is 41 mm. Similarly, we can see the total bending moment. The bending moment is, as we know, at the fixed point the bending moment is maximum, and at the free end the bending moment is very minimum. So let us draw the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. For that, click the model and create a constructional geometry and a path. So we have to create a path for plotting the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So for that, change the 2 points to edge, because already we have a edge, so that it is comfortable for that to select the edge. So click the edge selector and select this edge and this edge by clicking the control button and click apply. So now the two edges has been applied and the path has been created. So now using this path we have to create the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram. So for that, right click the solution and insert, give beam tool, in beam results you can see shear moment diagram. Click that shear moment diagram and select the path that we have created here, that is named as path PATH. So select that path and click solve. Now it has been solved and we can see the shear force diagram, bending moment diagram as well as the displacement diagram. So let us see the numerical results and let us see the conventional results here, and let us compare. Here we have shear force diagram. The shear force diagram, we have 3 kilonewton. Here also we have 3000 Newton, that is equivalent to 3 kilonewton, and the minimum, there is 1000 Newton, that is 1 kilonewton, that is also here. So we can validate the mathematical results and also the numerical results. Let us go to the bending moment diagram. In the bending moment diagram, it is maximum, that is minus 4 kilonewton meter. Here also we have 4 into 10 to the power of 6. That means in terms of Newton mm, so if you convert that to kilonewton meter, that is also equivalent to 4. At a point of 1 meters, that is 1000 mm, we have minus 1 kilonewton meter. So we can search there at the distance of 1950, at the distance of 1000, there is a total bending moment of 1 into 10 to the power of 6. That means 1 kilonewton meter, as you can see here. So we have created the shear force diagram, bending moment diagram, as well as the displacement diagram. In the displacement diagram, we can see the minimum deflection is at the fixed end, and at the free end the maximum deflection is there, that is 41.62 millimeters displacement. Thank you. Hope this tutorial helps.